Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dead Unicorn. We're playing Legend of the Five Rings. It's Sin of Regret. Welcome to Cyber Samurai Saturday. My name's Corey. I'm the Game Master. I'm joined with Tarek, Crystal, Matt, and Howard. And I'd like to thank our patrons scrolling in the upper corner. Every week we do a poll, and the patrons can all vote in that poll. Costs $1. That's about it. And then you give our guys a special benefit, a free success on any roll. They just succeed on their roll, and it helps them out of some tough binds. Which they're in currently. And this week we have a three-way tie. So I don't know what to do here. Riku, Marl, and Bashar. Everybody except Ayumi got a vote today.
I guess that's because they know that I'll totally handle myself this game.
I'm gonna give it to Riku.
Oh,
I'm the deciding vote. I give the free success to Riku. Going over what happened last game. If this is the first game you're in, congratulations. This is a weird one to jump in on, but we're glad you're here. Stick with us. You'll pick it up real quick, real easy. So, Ayumi was in a duel to the death with Rin over the fact that Rin had mistakenly killed an Imperial family member, Amiya, and her niece, his niece, accused Rin of killing him, and there was a duel to the death. And during the duel, Ayumi's sword went wide and beheaded the Mia niece that challenged Rin in the first place. So
it was made to go wide.
It was made to go wide, by the way. It was intentionally struck to make go wild and into a innocent bystander. Mm-hmm. That said, you are the one who moved to the edge of the duel area.
That is true. I did do that.
So, there's a lot to discuss here, a lot to figure out, what's going on, what's going to go moving forward. Ayumi went kind of wild and was forced down and is now in a cell next to the...
Rin?
No, Rin's not in a cell. She didn't go crazy.
In the peasant leader, whatever
Yes.
his name was in the UNSL?
Yes.
Oh, Setsuo?
Setsuo. That's what his name is. Mm-hmm. I was going to say Setsano, but I knew that wasn't it correct? It's Setsuo, the village leader. And he's in here too. You're in adjacent cells. You can touch each other through the cells if you want. They're apparently they are they metal bars? I don't know what they look like. Let's zoom on in. Let's go to the map. Guys, we're going to the map.
Kitty face pets.
All right, here's the map. We're going to zoom in. How do I zoom
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map.
We're going to zoom on down into the map. What do you think? Do those look like metal bars? Do those look like separate rooms?
They look like wooden
I
bars.
don't even know where you're looking.
Oh,
They look like
I'll shift
wooden
click
bars
it.
to me. I would imagine they'd be wooden bars, but
Yeah, I'd imagine they'd be big wooden bars too.
It's what I would expect.
So that's what we're going to say they are. They're big wooden bars.
So your cell is flammable. Just keep that in mind, no reason.
Just because also in Japan, when you had the it depends on the level of criminality. If it's a samurai criminal, you might hold them in like a very nice waiting cell. But if they are just rabble or like vagrants, they would probably just like fold them up in like a carpet and like drain
Hold
them
them
out.
up in a carpet, tie them.
I'm not even joking. They would put them in tatami carpets and like eat them. They dry them in those carpets. It's like a restraint.
Well, that is where we're beginning the game. Is there anything else? Oh, yeah! Hey, we're doing Dead Unicorn shorts. If you find anything that you find interesting, dramatically pertinent, funny, any of those things, Give us a comment in the comment section, hashtag DU short, the time code, and what you liked, and I'll make it into a short, and I'll give you the credit. It'll be on the main channel. I think that's everything, and we can begin game. How do you like that? Ayumi's in the cell. Not Setsuo. Setsuo, yeah. Setsuo is in the next cell. There is Genzo and a few, and like 2 other guards are there. The magistrate's there just to oversee the conversation, make sure that no funky business is happening. And the other PCs are there to talk to Ayumi and figure things out from here.
You see, I'm not bleeding, right?
No, your
But I am
wounds have been
severely
taken
wounded.
care of, yes.
And I still have fatigue and strife.
Your fatigue and strife go down to half of your endurance and composure. Your wound, your severe wound, though, is still there.
Yeah, that's what. In void.
But you are no longer bleeding. And begin.
Okay, Bashar, here's the plan. I'm going to slip you everything you need to give to Ayumi to break out. You're going to go there and say you're her husband and you want your conjugal. This is going to work.
I think she'd have my head for making such a statement. I don't think she would agree to it.
Yeah, that's why I'm sending you.
You're the one who touched her leg.
Yeah, we saw how that worked out.
We're going to put the file inside you.
Yeah,
I need you to bend over and spread them.
she'll find it. Don't worry, she'll find it.
I have a headdress. I could just put the file under there.
No, it's not gonna
It's
work.
called a dress
Not gonna work.
for your head. It's weird. I don't understand your clothes.
I need to keep the sun off of my scalp somehow.
Are you bald?
You see a full head of hair as he indignantly puts it back down. No. But it's good to keep your head cool. Unlike some masked fool I know. But currently,
You must be Ayumi.
yes. We have to think of something to get her out of this predicament.
Well, I laid out my plan, but if you've got a better one, you go right ahead.
Doesn't sound quite appealing to me regardless, but I wouldn't even know how to sneak something to her if needed.
Again, all you gotta do is kind of bend forward, spread, then we'll just shove some stuff over there. And
At
She'll
the
find
very least, I have loose-fitting clothes.
there you go. Use your dress head.
As you hear Bashar, like his clothes, even though he's not wearing most of his armor, he's still kind of clanking along in the hallway. It's like, the guards are looking at him, just wondering, nah, he's not carrying anything, is he? I'm pretty sure the foreigner is not being earnest.
Yeah, that is it. Just me, or is that guy carrying a giant like spear on his back? Is that is that allowed here?
We have lots of baked goods. Here's a cake shaped like a saw. Here's one that's long like a file, and here's a.
Well, Bashar will try his best to conceal like any of the tools, but he's kind of wondering how he would kind of slip them to Ayumi. Maybe he would like do like a quick wrap under his like leather pauldrons.
Of course, the other option is we could just try and talk our way out. You know.
Yes.
And that is a possibility. But hey, you're the one who was talking about tools. All right. So
I come up with all the plans. All right.
Why do I? Oh, Celie, why do I imagine that we now zoom out of the conversation and they're standing like right across from my cell in the room with the other guards, like huddled
Yeah,
in a
that's
corner,
what I was picturing.
talking in the same language?
All right, you see the big
and
guy
the
there.
guards are just like sitting there like, these people are not very bright.
There's like that.
Hit the big
rude.
guy with a
There's
hammer.
then
I mean,
there's
I
like
get
that
it's
clock
rude
wipe.
we're not supposed to like eavesdrop, but they're just saying it.
Yeah, Ayumi's like, the guards are right over there. And everybody looks, and the guards like got their hands on their hilts, and then there's like the clock wipe, and then everybody's in the cell.
Exactly.
Well, in hindsight, I should have known this would happen.
Like this turned into the Emperor's New Groove like a lot more quickly than I expected. Excellent. All right. So back to this more serious
Yes.
topic.
So, y'all, I assume you were walking towards the cells while you were saying these
Yeah, I wouldn't
things.
say that next to guards, obviously.
Yes, of course.
So, y'all are going down this large, not large, but this skinny kind of stairway down into the depths of the castle. And, yeah, there's this room down there that they were using for storage. You notice at the beginning of the stairs, there's lots of, like, bags of grain and other things that were haphazardly put there. And you get down in there, and there's 3 cells. There's 3 guards and the magistrate. And one of the cells is empty. One of the cells has Ayumi. One of the cells has Setsuo. And Ayumi's weapons are like there in the room too, just on the other side of the room.
Convenient.
I'm just sitting there patiently in like a meditative position.
I'll approach the guard and does he look busy or is he just standing?
They're actually waiting on you guys. You were expected,
Oh.
so
Well, at least we're given that
the
courtesy.
magistrate, I believe Sugamasa is in charge here. If you want to make any demands or anything of that nature.
May we speak to Ayumi?
Yes, of course.
I'm not that
Thank
demanding. I'll just make demands. Right there, I just will talk to her. I feel like I should be like more demanding because he said, "Do you want to make demands?" I feel like I should grab a guard and shake him. Let me talk to her. She's there. Good.
You're not making this any easier, sir.
She can hear you right now.
Yeah, I'm glad you understand your situation. You shake
It's
him
like,
again.
why do people have to shake us down? We're
As-
nicer than the rest.
It's like, where is Ayumi? Tell me where she is. And he points over, and everybody looks over, and Ayumi's just sitting in the cell. She's heard you the entire time, and then there's a clock wipe, and everybody's outside the cell.
All right, game over. Rocked it.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, let's
I
go.
thought you were gonna say do the exact same thing again and say, and then clock wipe, and everybody's in the cell
Everybody's
again.
back in the cell.
They're like, gotcha. Y'all are all guilty.
My
'cause you're
friend, I
associated
believe
with
your
her.
shakedown was quite unnecessary.
I
Like,
mean,
what are you
actually-
in here for? I'm associated with you. What do you expect?
Anyways,
Welcome.
Ayumi's here. She looks like she's meditating, but she's probably not. She's
I search my stuff and find my cup. I go bring across the bar.
they're
Hang it up.
they're large wooden planks that are the bars.
Oh,
And the
okay, so
door
it's not the
has
same.
like a chain with a padlock on it.
Are they close enough that I could like run the cup across them and get?
Oh,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
effect? Okay.
Like,
Just open one eye and raise an eyebrow and look over at you.
Hey, pretty lady. That makes much better sound when you have middle bars. So, you gonna get up and get out of here yet?
I believe
We gotta
that's
go.
a-
We gotta argue your case and get you out.
Well, guess that depends on what happens out there.
Why don't you tell us what happened? Because it looked very much like you lost control and murdered a lady to me. Because I don't have enough sword play to know any of that. That's what Corey told me.
Yes. The only one who knows what really that has an inkling of what happened is Bashar.
Which I will interject as Bashar and say, well, in all my years of training, I could tell that the parry that Ayumi's opponent did was quite purposeful in redirecting her attack.
What? Why are you saying that now?
The-
You could have said that like. Was it last night? Is this the next day?
No, it's
This is a few
It's
minutes
within the
later.
hour, I
yeah,
assume.
it's like
Oh, okay.
10, 20 minutes after the duel.
Oh.
Well,
Should've said
she
that
had
10
her
minutes
wounds,
ago.
wounds taken care of, so we'll say it's 20. It's at least 20 minutes past the duel.
Yeah, Corey also mentioned it after we concluded last week's session, so...
Well,
Yeah,
here's
but I
the
don't know
thing:
that.
there was a lot of chaos that was happening. So if Bashar said anything, no one would have heard him anyways. And there was an official judge of the duel who told everybody to reset, and he was going to discuss this before the duel continued. But Ayumi got crazy and jumped Rin and cut her throat. Rin's still alive, but
Just can't talk.
yeah. So that's what happened, and that's why the chaos
That'll
ensued.
shut her
Is
up.
it's all Ayumi's fault that the chaos ensued.
Oh yeah. I definitely antagonized at the end.
Though I have to wonder if things would have worked out better if Ayumi held back. But then again, we wouldn't be in this intriguing scenario.
Ayumi, is that right? Do you think that your blade was forced?
She knew that my strike was online to end her. The only thing she could do was attempt to defend the parry. I've never seen such a technique before, but it was intentional. She used my own ignorance against me. I sought to clear distance behind her so that I could use that runway to my advantage, but instead, she caught me backpedaling, struck first, and then as I noticed the fear in her eye grow, I struck out with a line to eviscerate her. But she had a well-placed or a well-timed redirection of my blade, and it went directly into the Mia.
I feel like this accusation's strong enough to warrant another duel at the very least.
I failed Mia Shinako.
Well, this time I think you'd be dueling for your own honor or whatever.
It would be a duel to regain my honor.
Yeah, that.
Against what? An individual without honor? She deserved that type of justice.
Well, it's a chance to kill this woman that I'm sure you want to kill.
You
Now
said
that you
Genzo?
fought her, do you think that you can beat her?
Corey?
Yep.
You said Genzo was here
Genzo is here.
Genzo.
in the room.
Yes.
So does he react when I say what I say?
Make a sentiment roll. It's gonna be against Genzo's balls. So let me look up his balls rating.
Are they big and firm, or are they saggy and wrinkly?
That's exactly the
question.
point. Yeah. Okay. You need a 3. Depending on the ring you're using for your sentiment, actually.
Probably analyze because I'm trying to read him.
Air.
Yeah, I think that would make the most
All right.
sense.
Let's check his demeanor. All right. For analyzing him, with air, it is a TN1.
Good, because I only got one.
You got 1. Look at you. Wait, are you wounded in your air? What ring are you wounded in? Oh,
I'm
void.
wounded in my void.
Oh, that's terrible.
Ah, my void hurts.
Ah, my void. Right in my
He
void.
ran away. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, no, I just had to open the door for my dog.
Okay, so yeah, you can get a small sense of shame coming from Genzo listening to you describe what happened.
Okay. Does he seem frustrated when I accuse her of being without honor?
Frustrated?
Or does he seem like does he react to that part specifically?
No, that's what he's saying, a sense of shame. There's a little
Okay.
bit of shame there.
He has strife.
Yeah, so maybe he's like, I knew she had problems. I probably should have said something.
I go I would end this with a duel to the death against her.
And my question
I
was,
do
you
not
think
know
he'll
that
win?
she would. I do not know that she would play. That she would agree to those terms. However,
She did already once.
and this was the outcome.
Yeah, you're in jail, and she's far less talkative. That's how I like my women.
In jail or far less talkative, which
Either one, really, it doesn't matter. Some will call him A, some will call him B.
Oh, he likes them either quiet or in jail.
Right, there you go. I saw a lot of dramas played out on the stage involving women in prison. It's all very good. Good stuff. Great cinema. They only play those late at night.
I'm thinking
Either way-
about that one song from Chicago. You were
What?
gonna
I'm
say?
aware of the song. I don't
Um,
know what this Chicago fantasy place is, but I'm aware of the song.
I do not know that I have any say in what happens to me from this point forward, though.
I mean, it was an honorable duel. I think they can all see that you were fairly exasperated, even if they think your blade went wild. They can see why you might have lost your temper. I don't think that they necessarily think you're a regular criminal or something. This seems a bit much. And I'm going to say that this technique that you and Bashar are talking about, it's good. I'm a layman when it comes to swords. I mean, I'm pretty much pointy end goes in the bad guy kind of person. But I'm sure there are many talented swordsmen here that might be able to verify the existence of this technique.
I'm assuming that technique is something that was probably.
I look at Ginzo as I say that, and then look back. By the way, at Ayumi, I don't need to roll for anything. I'm not trying to accomplish anything. I just want to let Ginzo know that I'm
There was only one
aware
person.
of what I'm saying.
There was only one person who took responsibility for her for my match. For training.
Ryu Daihachi Sensei?
Reiju Daihachi Sensei.
I
Trained
have a
her.
feeling that he would have been able to catch what she did.
Claimed to teach her techniques.
If you will just vouch for the existence of her ability to do this without having to necessarily claim that she did it on purpose, I think that would give you enough to claim the right to a duel.
I look over towards the Saburo. Is that Shin Saburo?
you mean
Sabaro?
Sugamasa, the
pizza?
magistrate?
Yeah, Sugamasa. There you go.
He says, he looks at you and He says, I don't know what you're looking to accomplish, but if you think Sugamasa is on your side, well, he's a Reiju. He does not. He will back other Reiju and over what any Ronin has to say.
Who's saying this? I'm assuming it's
Sugamasa.
not Sugamasa.
Oh yeah, it's
himself.
Sugamasa.
Oh,
Well,
because
he
he referred
said-
to himself as
yeah.
Sugamasa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He talked to himself as the third person.
Let me restate that. He says, if you're looking for Daihachi to back you for some reason, why would he take the word of Ronin over another Reiju? You are Ronin. And Daihachi
I do not.
is
I do not.
an honorable member of our family.
I do not seek for Reiju Daihachi to help me. I simply seek for him to stand to his word of taking responsibility for this woman's training. If she learned this behavior from Daihachi Sensei, this technique to utilize.
Oh, you should go talk to Daihachi Sensei, Reiju Daihachi, about all of that. I'm sure that will go over well.
Can we? I mean, can the guards just escort us and take her with us and go do that?
Should I release Ayumi into your custody?
I'm not asking to be unguarded. Please send the guards with. I don't want any misunderstanding.
Very well, I can let Ayumi go with an escort. I think that is fine for now. But Ayumi, you will be going nowhere near the barracks where Rin currently is.
Good to
But it's
know.
fine. I have a wound to tend to.
And if there is any untoward action, if there's any reason that I feel she needs to go back into this cell, she will be going back into this cell.
Understood.
All right, Genzo, take them to the dojo. Hi. He comes up to the cell. He opens the padlock, pulls the chain through, opens the door. Lets Ayumi out.
Stand up, wincing under the pain of my wound, my void wound. I'm not sure exactly where that resides in my body, but
Void wounds. I'll look that up for you. How about that?
that
If I
sounds
remember
fair.
correctly, it's the head.
That way I can.
I think it's the
that
head
way I
too.
can
I think
just
it's the head wound.
She has a concussion.
My healing spell thing doesn't work on void wounds, I don't think.
Well, it doesn't work on severe wounds. If it
Yes.
was a
Right.
light wound,
Yeah.
Healing and harm. Here we go.
You have to
Void.
use medicine for severe wounds.
I'd have to heal, which is why I said I have to tend to a wound.
Fire is the hand, arm, fingers, nose. Air is face, neck, ears. Earth is back, torso, thighs. Water is foot, leg, eyes. And void is head, skull, brain.
So I got cracked in the skull then.
Yep. You probably
So,
have
You're
bandages
You
saying
around.
got
like
nice
two of me. So lucky you get to see two of me.
No, I have a traumatic brain injury.
No, that's probably why you're seeing two of me. Really, that would be traumatic for you.
That's because the bolt they put or the whatever to relieve the pressure from my brain.
Like, no, don't touch my legs.
You know, the cure for that is stick a leech up inside your ear. Let me get you one. I know medicine. It says so on my character sheet.
Okay.
The right kind of medicine.
With Genzo in tow, you guys are free to go to the dojo.
He's gone again.
So,
Character sheet sounds like a dojo.
I guess let's all stick together.
Let's go to the JoJo Dojo.
Did y'all by any chance bring my stuff thing?
Oh, it was right over here. I point at it.
They will not let you take your weapons.
Yeah, that
No,
makes
no,
sense.
I didn't ask for my weapons. I asked for my things.
Your stuff.
What
I mean-
stuff?
The
You mean
stuff
your-
you had like back in the not the barracks, but in wherever the room we're
The
staying
guest
in.
rooms.
I
You mean
would
your-
have left it there.
Your
You
stuff.
go get your stuff.
Your
Exactly.
stuff.
Did y'all bring my heroin?
Your stuff.
I need it. Actually, it's Coke because it's the herbal, the herbal medicine that lets me stay up all night.
Oh, that
If there's
little bag of sugar.
Yeah.
Exactly. Y'all bring my sugar. I need my moon sugar.
It's a special kind of sugar.
Booger sugar.
if there's something you need, I'll bring it to you.
I will say to Riku, like, actually, I don't know. Well, yeah. I'll say to Riku, make sure that just Celie, I'm trying to think of the best way to say delete my browser history, bro. Delete my browser history, bro. Should something happen, ensure that my belongings make it back to my family. Intact, unmolested.
You have my
Essentially
word.
set it on a fire, or set it all on fire. Got it.
Yeah,
You have my
Bashar would
word.
probably understand that. Bashar would probably be the first person to be like, "Oh, I get it."
Ashes in the sky.
Okay. You walk into the dojo. It seems the first area, where all the training weapons are, nobody's in there. Nobody's out in the courtyard, but there's a lot more to this dojo than that. The body has been cleaned up by the servants.
They lost a lot of honor points for that, but
is
hey,
is it totally cleaned or
No.
like spotless,
No,
or
there
just
are
the body has been removed?
just the body right now has been removed.
Okay. Then as soon as I get there, I'm going to voluntarily take 2 strife because I'm immediately reminded of a very traumatic thing that just happened to me. Or happened because of me. Probably a better way to say it. Anyway. I become very somber as we enter into the dojo.
So where are y'all headed?
to go see Reiju Daihachi Sensei.
That's a great idea.
I thought we were being led there like somebody knew where he was. Is that incorrect?
No, Genzo only brought us to the dojo because that's where we said we were going to be.
Are there doors exiting the JoJo? Are there doors in the
Yeah,
dojo?
there's an
Look
entire
around?
building that surrounds this courtyard.
All right.
You've just never been
I'm
in there
looking
before,
around.
except for Yumi.
I look at the rest of you and go, if you find Reizu Dahachi Sensei, tell him I will be at the shrine praying Bishamon
All right.
for strength.
I look at the
Genzo.
guards and say, "You're going to
Yeah.
be escorting her."
All right.
I look at Genzo and I assume that he walks with me.
All right. You go over to where the shrine is. You open the doors, and there's a big meeting happening.
Oh shit. Hey,
Everybody's wearing big white hoods. Oh, we found the KKK. How awkward.
What?
We found the perfect land sect. Get him.
Nobody expected the KKK to be in Rokugan.
yeah. Oh, it's the Spanish Inquisition.
You see
The black
Reiju Daihachi talking to Reiju Jikai. Jinzo Buro is there. And Reiju Umi is also there. And they all look at you as you
Yeah.
open
with
the door.
my bleeding head wound wrapped in a bandage.
Oh, you got a little schmutz there. Let me get that for you.
Genzo will immediately put his arm over Ayumi and push her back and say, "I apologize for the intrusion, my lord. But there are guests here looking for you to talk to you about this situation, and they wanted Ayumi to come with."
I was simply coming to pray.
Jakai is staring daggers at you like he is, like you are the enemy. He doesn't want to see you. Daihachi will say, "Of course, they probably want to talk about the outcome of this duel as well. Jikai, Dono, what say you? She's not to be involved in this. I don't want her in this room. Take her back to her cell. I'll talk with the others. They can plead her case for her." Genzo bows. "Come on." Pushes you.
I turn to my friends before I leave and I go, "I look forward to hearing your judgment."
So Bashar will put his hand on Ayumi's shoulder. "We will speak on your behalf, my friend. You weren't completely in the wrong for this case."
Not completely. Just like 80%. All right.
Rash actions have been
Never
taken.
let Bashar be in charge of my defense.
I give Rikyu a look and then say,
Ladies.
let us keep in,
Oh, sorry.
let us keep in mind the context in which we find ourselves here. Please turn to me with your judgment."
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to remind you that my client is a murderer. Not just any murderer, but a mass murderer. But he didn't kill this person. He is totally
That's
innocent
honestly-
of this crime.
Literally exactly what I wanted to do. I had the same bit in my head, just a big old foghorn, leghorn, like, Yana! Now, what I want to say here is, now my client...
I was trying to imply to Ayumi that, her rash decision to, essentially go for Rin's throat was kind of a bad idea.
Yeah, but you really want to say that in
Understandable.
front of the people that want to kill her.
Yeah, pointing
Think
that
of the
out.
whole audience, not just her. I mean,
Captain
I'm not saying
Terrible
she
Lawyer.
shouldn't be admonished for the dumb thing she did, but not in front of all the other people that want to kill her for the other thing they think she did.
Seeley too. The reason I gave you the knowing look. I don't know if your character's gonna remember this or not, so maybe I shouldn't even say it. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it.
It's
See,
too late
Bashar
now,
Riku-
man. We've got too far down the rabbit hole.
Okay, I was gonna say you do remember that the reason why Ayumi was even coming to give them, I was coming to give judgment on whether or not we should even let this guy live, and now I'm asking you what that judge what
Yeah,
your
you're asking
judgment
me
of
to do it, and you know for a fact I'm a nicer person than you.
I know.
Even though I
Exactly
don't
why I'm
sound or
asking
act
you.
like it, I am a better person than you.
I know. I know.
All right, Ayumi,
Why I asked
you're,
Rikyu.
you're being led back to your cell by Genzo. Are you going to try any shenanigans?
Going back to my cell, I will ask to go to my room, to go to the guest room, just to make sure that my belongings are situated before. Judgment is
Genzo
passed.
denies that and says that the daimyo's ordered you back to your cell. That's where you're going.
Make it sound like you're seducing the Genzo and the guards into a three-way or four-way, depending on how many guards there are.
It's just Genzo.
And then maybe.
It's just Genzo.
Oh, there were supposed to be guards escorting us. What happened to them?
No,
There's
he is the guard.
prisoners.
Oh, Genzo's the only guard. Okay.
Genzo's the only escort that she has, because
Oh, I thought we had just some random soldier guys. Guess not.
because Sugamasa assumes that he released him Ayumi into your guys' custody. Therefore, you guys are responsible. So anything Ayumi does that is untoward also falls on you guys, and then he can jail all of you.
Even
So
though
we
we're
can start
with
the
daimyo.
murder hobo spree like right now. Just
Yeah.
start with Ginzo and just spiral outward and kill them all.
Slowly. Yeah. While the strongest swordsmen are distracted in the meeting. Take an
So,
opportunity.
any shenanigans?
The only thing I'm gonna say is I'm going to press the issue, and I'm gonna try to lean on his shame and guilt, like press his shame and guilt to make him let me go to see my belongings.
I believe this is a command roll. This is a command
I was
roll.
expecting it to be a courtesy, kind of turning his guilt on himself, kind of thing. But if you think that's more of a
You're telling him that because of his shame, he needs to do this thing to make up for it. That's command to
but
me.
not in such a direct way. You know what I mean? I'm going to guilt trip him, not
Yeah, that's
yell at
command.
him saying you need to be guilty.
Courtesy
I see the logic
is
of
you
both.
being
That's
nice.
Sentence.
Courtesy
I'm
is
not
you
passing
being
a
nice
sentence
to
on
him.
Yeah,
Command
you
is
can be
you
nice
you
and make
using
somebody feel
leverage.
guilty.
You using leverage. You using any means necessary. Intimidation, shame, all of those things. That's command. You are making him do something.
I would think courtesy would be
Courtesy
part of
is
shaming
you are
somebody.
giving him options. You are doing choice. You are being polite and courteous.
I am giving
in
him
a
options.
friendly
I am,
in a friendly
I'm
way.
Not, he can have if he turns out to be the virtuous individual who is going to stick to his guns regardless of his shame, so be it. Then there's not much I can do about that.
Exactly.
But if he lets
You're
go
saying-
of his if
You're saying
if he
honor
falls prey to his
dictates.
shame-
Honor dictates that you should do this thing for me to make up for the terrible things that happen. That is command.
I see both. I don't know.
Okay.
I would lean in on
Game
the
game
commands.
master. I'm the game master. It's command.
Okay.
Command roll.
So would it be command trick or command insight?
Both of them works for me. Trick and insight are both like right on what's happening.
Also, yeah, well, that's what I was wondering which one. Okay, so I'll use avoid.
You're wounded, Void.
Well, yeah, I can still spend.
He can
them.
still spend void points.
And let's pray for Ayumi.
What are you using? What ring?
It's not a bad roll.
Air.
Okay.
Yeah. Command
Good roll.
air.
I like it.
Well, it's not great actually.
Oh, you got
I'll
two
keep
base
the-
successes and one of them's
I'll
exploding.
keep the explosive success with strife.
The TN. Well, the TN. His base is 3, +1 because he's under orders, so it's 4. But his demeanor brings it down to a 2.
Okay. Then I'll keep both successes with strife and an opportunity without strife.
You can keep all 4 of them.
You didn't want the extra
I
strike.
can, but I don't want the extra
Oh,
strife.
okay, got it. Okay.
Well, I guess this is the time to use it, so I guess I will take the extra strife, the extra opportunity with strife, because then I can use.
Make it a critical.
Social. No, this is a social skill check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and the social one kind of sucks. Okay. I guess I'll use one of the generic ones. I'll use 2 opportunities to make it as subtle as possible that I am attempting to manipulate him.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll roll the extra explosive just to see what happens. An extra opportunity. So 3 times the sneakiness. So 3 times the layer of subterfuge between me and the guilt storm that's coming for him.
All right.
And again, ultimately, I don't want this to work like, oh, it's just a magic pill that forces his hand. Interpret that as well, you know.
Well, the thing
for how
is
this-
if this is like intrigue stuff, which it definitely is, you have to make a number of momentum equal to his focus. So you need like five momentum.
Oh, I see.
So
So we have to.
this is like planting the seed, and you can like continue to do this over time to him.
I see. Okay, I see how this is. What you're saying? How this is gonna work? I gotcha.
But yeah, once you get the 5 momentum, you mind control him, and it just happens. That's how this game works.
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't like though.
Oh, of course not. We gotta reconfigure the entire intrigue type stuff, or cut it
we
out,
do.
replace it with something completely different that's much better.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
And I think I might just write up an entire document that's just like, hey, fixes for the L5R 5th edition role playing game. This will make the
Make it
game run
better.
faster. I should do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, you do get taken back to his cell, but you can tell he's considering letting you go to your room.
Okay.
Where are we going here? What's happening? Where's the Ayumi and Genzo? Here's Genzo. Move that back. And the Ayumi icon is gone? Is it deleted? I don't see the Ayumi icon anymore. Oh, wait, there it is. It's in jail. Got it. Okay. Okay. Howard is back. Let him get his headset on. All right, you 3 are led into the room with Ume, Jikai, and Daihachi. So, and they're saying, please sit down. We're discussing the outcome of this duel, whether there needs to be another duel.
So
I go sit
Bashar
down.
will sit.
I hope the events of today weren't too disturbing for all of you, says Daihachi Sensei.
They were very disturbing.
Yes, I expected that I might lose one of my companions, but I certainly hadn't foreseen an outcome like that.
It was a very unexpected thing, and something I have not witnessed in a duel. We were considering, since Mia Shinako is no longer with us, that the duel is moot. Ayumi would be released on apology to Rin for the unlawful strike. Yes.
But I just,
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate that, but are we going to ignore Rin's use of that very amazing technique that forced Ayumi's blade to slay Mia Shinako?
Jikai looks at you. What technique are you referring to?
It's not one of my school. I'm not familiar with it, but it was an incredible blade technique.
I have enough training with the sword to understand at least the parry was quite unusual. It seemed to have been redirected purposefully to the Mia. And I look to Reiju Dahachi Sensei, sort of like kind of expecting him to have like more experience in the matter, since he knows more swordplay than I do. Daihachi-sensei, I look to your expertise in the matter, since I felt that even with my training, I feel my sword skills were lacking. Would you consider what Rin did with the parry could have been a little more malicious than just simply trying to parry Ayumi's blade at the time?
Daihachi begins to scratch his chin, considering his next words. There are many dueling techniques, and some may be more unconventional than others. There is nothing in the rules against using a technique that redirects an attack. Not that I know of.
But I was able to pick up that it was for the explicit purpose to disperse the attack towards the crowd.
Not just the crowd, but literally the woman who was the need for the entire duel. It didn't just redirect the attack away from her. It slew Mia Shinako. You can't... I mean, she murdered Mia Shinako, who was literally not in the ring. Come on. You saw it. You know what happened.
Ume gets up and she says, "Is this true? Did Rin... Did she purposely try to hurt other people in this duel?"
In the bid to save her own life, that could be a possibility.
Shut up, Bashar. You know it was.
Like,
I feel like every time we make an accusation, you want to take it down 2 steps, man. What the hell? We're like, hey, let's go ahead and argue on Mayumi's behalf, and you're like,
I'm still
like,
trying to peg everything onto Rin. It's just,
so was
I'm
but
trying
you keep wanting to pull it back. Stop pulling it back.
All right.
Daihachi says, "Isn't it true that Ayumi was the one who moved the duel towards the edge of the ring, putting bystanders in harm's way?"
Did Ayumi know for a fact that her blade could be redirected at them? Are you saying that she wanted to kill the person she was championing?
I'm just saying that in combat, many things could happen. Ayumi might have sidestepped Rin's attack, and Rin may have gone into the crowd. These things can happen in the close quarters of combat. And when you put yourself in these situations, these types of accidents can happen.
They can, and they can also be made to look like accidents too.
Yes, and you must admit it seems like quite the coincidence that the one who was hit was the reason for the duel in the first place.
And you probably know that Rin had the training, don't you? You're gonna straight up say it. Sorry. You know she could do it.
Daihachi looks a little annoyed.
Here, have a strife, sir. I have a big bowl of strife here, and I'm just throwing them out.
There is some fault on Rin for the situation that we are in. I will concede this point. Ayumi also did not listen to the words of the judge for this unforeseen event, so we could figure out what was going on immediately during the situation. That's why we're sitting here at this desk.
Truly, that is her fault for falling to her anger after being forced to murder the person she was championing That is a shame on her to be that mad about what she clearly did, which was murder the person she was championing because her blade was forced there by Rin. She was trying to kill Rin for what Rin just did.
Jikai is looking back and forth at all of this, and he says, I've heard enough. I would like Ayumi released immediately. It may have been her blade that struck down Mia Shinako, but it was not her will that did it. Whether the blade...
behind me for a little, lo-fi from Bashar. Come on, Bashar. Get back in. Come on.
Hold on, you're expecting me to say something from that? Nuh-uh.
No, he said give me a low 5.
I put my hand behind my back for a lo-fi from Bashar. We just got what we wanted, dude.
Yes. We won't make it obvious, though.
Rikyu.
That's the point of the lo-fi. Yes.
Can you prove that this redirect was towards Mia Shinako specifically as you claim, or was it simply just a redirect of the attack to anybody in the general vicinity?
I am not the one who taught her these techniques, but I believe the one that taught her techniques is available on the premises.
Daihachi says, I did not teach her this. These are Ronin techniques. These are techniques
really?
she got before
Is
she
it?
swore... Huh?
Okay. Is that true?
Yeah. The technique is specifically called the Way of the Wolf.
Oh, I remember that out of character. In character, I don't think I would know anything about that as a Shugenja.
Yes.
I do magic, bitch. I don't know. Can I talk to the spirit of a sword and ask questions? Is that a thing that exists?
Yes! That is a
Yeah,
thing you
yeah.
can do.
Wait.
Yes,
what?
I can absolutely prove it. Bring me her blade.
The Hachi. This guy's name is Daihachi, which is the spirit of steel.
Japanese?
Hachi, Ha being steel, and then Chi being...
Okay, see, I never took Japanese in high school or college. I don't know these words,
The only
man.
reason I know Hachi is because a friend of ours named Xavier was taking Japanese when we were hanging out with him, and he was like, I'm going to name my character Hachi because it's the meaning is spirit blade or spirit sword or spirit...
Isn't that the name of the Indian kid that hung out with the white boy in the cartoon?
Haji. That's with a G.
Johnny Quest.
Haji.
I have to disagree. Hibachi is a grill,
Yeah,
and
there
dai
you go.
is Latin for two in chemistry, so it's two grills put together. He's a daihabachi. He's a daihabachi.
Daihibachi.
Yeah, daihabachi.
Then it folds over and it grills your meat and drains all the fat out. It's a George Foreman hibachi.
Perfect. Send it to market.
We're going to make millions.
Um,
Oh, God.
he says,
It's just two George Foreman grills with like a plunger rod between them. They're taped to it. Oh, God.
If you bring me her blade, we can ask it.
Reiju says, while the spirits are very, we must abide by the spirits in all things. They aren't part of
Darn right.
legal decision making. If you were to talk to the spirits, you also can manipulate the spirits. You're a
So I say
Shugenja.
bring your own Shugenja to witness so that you know that I am not doing anything impartial.
Make a
Oh, dang it, I gotta roll dice.
make a government
For social calls. Ah!
law
You
bureaucracy
have to convince
post
them.
position. I'm going to give you a bonus on this.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll give you a
Sound
free
well good.
success on this against Jikai that you're trying to convince of this legal matter. in government? Because I'm sure you don't have that skill at all.
I do not. I have a 0 in government.
Ooh, it's a
As do
TN4
I.
though.
I succeed.
Oh!
Right.
I still need to make the ground. I need like fireworks blasting off. Instant success. All right, he says.
I love the Imperial favor.
Just Acme.
I could roll it first if you'd rather.
You can, but like you.
You're
this
gonna
fine.
need a bunch of exploders.
I would. I already knew that. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Ooh."
Who is the Shugenja? The court Shugenja is not Nobu. Oh,
Wait, I don't remember the name.
Toshio. He says, very well, Ume-chan. Get Toshio. Bring him to me. She bows. She gets up. She walks out. And you are there with the daimyo and the sensei still.
Like,
So,
so we're gonna go free Ayumi. I believe that order was given.
You may go and give the order that relay the order that she is free if you like. But
They're not gonna believe me.
I was gonna say, then cut to the back to the prison, and
We're all back in the cell.
You're now in the cell.
I will make sure. Yeah. I will make sure she is released, but I don't have a. Oh, actually, nope. He's not going to tell his Yojimbo to go do anything right now. He's not.
Oh, I like that guy.
He's here. He's another guy that's in the room.
Yeah,
he's just not
that's
talking
smart.
or doing anything. He's just being a guard, and he's not going to tell him to go away and go do that with you guys.
Hey, before I do any type of talking to the blades or any real rituals, I normally have a personal ritual that involves sake. Would it be all right to go grab some, or can some be brought here?
They'll let you go
I don't
get
know
some.
if I have strife, but it is how I get rid of strife.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They'll let you go. They'll let you go get some sake, but
I don't even have strife, but you know what? I drink it anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna stand with that. That's the thing I would say.
they'll let you go get sake if you need it for your ritual.
All right, if anybody needs to follow me, feel free. If not, I'll be back soon. I go get more sake.
All right.
Because I know where it's kept.
Can we cut back to the prison real quick?
Sure.
Okay. When I arrive with Genzo, I follow with him, obediently, as though I'm being contrite. And then when we get back to the cells, I look at Setsuo and I ask him to pray with me. And lead me in a prayer to Bishamon for strength to overcome the horrors that have been afflicted not only on myself but the villagers, and try to put on the pain more for people in the room.
Right.
Just lay it on thick, not only for myself but for the children and whatnot. I know this is going to
For
be
the children.
Won't someone think of the tiny village children?
The magistrate Sugimasa just leaves. He doesn't even care about you or whatever you're
Yeah,
doing.
I imagine he's going to
douche.
leave, but I want to keep pressing Genzo.
Okay.
And so, and this is the way that I thought of.
Would you like
for
to make
pressing
a
him
performance,
once we got back to the
a performance roll?
Sounds like
Okay,
performance
I'll
error
make a
to me.
performance roll.
It sounds like performance error, yes. TN1.
Okie.
Wah, wah.
You got an opportunity though.
Oh, that's terrible.
You know what,
I'm going to
Sugamasa?
learn an
Nice.
advantage of him, whatever his advantage is.
Okay. You know what, Sugamasa isn't going to leave? He's gonna counter your bullshit with his bullshit. It's a bullshit off.
Oh, that's gonna smell.
Okay.
Advantage. He is tested in war.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is.
That's his first one. He has 2. And I'm not telling you the second one.
Genzo is tested in war.
All right. Sugamasa is going to discredit you. What's it take to complete? A character can inflict strife on somebody. Yep, he's just going to try to inflict strife on you. A character... Okay. Sugamasa is just going to, like, recite all of the crimes that the villagers have done.
Okay.
And he is going to use command to instill some strife onto you.
Okay.
3 acts of jaywalking.
Yeah.
15 acts of not leashing their pets. 12 acts of...
At least 7 acts of cleaning the river too brightly. It hurts my retinas.
And 35 acts of public indecency.
For
It
being
was a
poor.
party!
For public indecency,
He's
for
going
being
to fire.
poor.
Oh, he's terrible
Really,
at
the
this.
Not
poor,
allowed
if
to
they
be
could
in the
just be
street.
poor at home and not poor
Yeah.
out in public, that would be so much nicer for us.
But
rich
we
folk
don't
to not
have
to look at them.
homes.
All right, he is going to
that's
use...
your problem, not my
He's
problem.
going to use a fire opportunity to give you 2 strife.
Okie dokie.
These
Oh.
people
But
that are
he is
championing
super
are awful.
But otherwise, he's super unconvincing.
Okay, so on my next turn, here's what I'm going to do. Because he got involved, once per scene, as a scheme and support action, you may make either a courtesy air or tactics air check targeting 2 other characters who are not hostile to each other. The TN of the check is equal to the highest vigilant among your targets. So, that's my TN. I don't know what it is. Whatever
Okay.
whoever has the highest vigilance.
Probably 3.
Between Genzo and the other, and Sugamasa. If you succeed, choose one of the targets. Basically, it's called flowering deceptions, and what I'm doing is I'm now setting them against each other, and one gets a bonus to all of their arguments against them, against the other, and one gets a penalty to their arguments against the other. And if I get an opportunity, I can make it so that neither one of them realize that I was the one who set them against each other.
Okay. It's a TN 3.
Nice.
Huh?
3.
TN
3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Okay, I spent another void. My last void, but courtesy air, boop. Okay,
Well, you do have at least
Okay.
3 there.
I'm gonna keep the 2 explosive successes with strife. The success with. Actually, do I need? Yeah, I need 3. So the success without strife, and one of the opportunities with strife.
Take 3 strife.
I can keep 4, and then I take 3 strife, which is gonna put me at compromised, but totally worth it. Get them to start arguing with each other.
Nope.
Fuck it, I'll keep the extra.
Do you get something better for having more successes?
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. I don't actually get anything better. I don't think. Yeah, no bonus successes. Okay, so just the 3 and then 1 opportunity, and I'll keep that opportunity just to neither of your targets realize your duplicity and hindering one and helping the other.
Okay. So
So,
they'll have to argue with each
Who's
other.
who?
Yeah, and I'm helping Genzo to now basically kind of argue with Sugamasa about maybe the technicalities of the villagers, whether or not they're really criminal or whatever.
Okay, that's good. But that is at a sacrificing of yourself here, because you are now compromised, and
Yeah,
Sugamasa
yeah.
was trying to discredit you, which is when he makes you compromised, you either must unmask or retreat. And since you can't retreat, since you're in a cell, you must unmask, and that discredits you as you do something terrible in the eyes of Genzo, and he no longer trusts what you have to say.
Okay. But my manipulation still worked.
Your manipulation does still work, yes.
Okay. Well, my unmasking is silent tirade, so they'll get that I'm actually maybe they understand that I oh, you know what? I lose my temper when he starts accusing the villagers, and I start the process. I'm like, look, I know what it's like to have worked on the fields in the as a toiler in the farms to make sure that people like us can survive every day and blah 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 blah.
Lose glory equal to your glory rank. Then I won't let you lose honor for this because you're backing up villagers, but losing glory definitely.
Totally fair. And I'm also copying to being a peasant, which technically is a lie, but I have web of lies, so I always lie.
Yeah.
And I'll roll the skullduggery if you want me to. And then the other thing is they will get a bonus. Actually, I guess Sugamasa will get a bonus. Any social skill targeting me is reduced. The next one that he makes against me is reduced by NTN by 1.
Okay, so they start arguing with each other. You've lost all hope of getting to your room.
Yeah. But at least I'm maintaining myself.
But now everybody's talking about the village and Setsuo, and like maybe he might be released from this. You don't know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go back to Bashar and Marl. Are you guys doing anything with Jikai and Daihachi?
Well, I'm waiting for them so that I can talk to
Well,
the
you're
sword.
getting
They wanted to
sake.
bring me her sword.
You went to go get sake.
I went to go get sake. That's right. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you
I shut up.
did.
That's why I said Marl and Bashar.
My bad. I'm not there.
Like I'm wondering whether or not I should just make small talk with Daihachi Sensei to about the postponed training that they were supposed to do before in the morning before before or after the duel.
So what do you say?
I'm still mulling it over currently. Okay. Go with your gut. My gut's drawing a blank. Let's see.
His gut is empty.
About
Well, your gut said to ask him about it, and you're sitting in a room with nothing else to talk about. Everybody's just like twiddling their thumbs, so it might not be a bad option to just like
Yeah.
say something.
I mean, here you are with the daimyo, with one of his, most trusted advisors. You could talk about whatever you want. There's a lull in the conversation. This opportunity
I think,
might not come back again.
I think I figured something out. So, you know what? I think I'll ask this. So, Daihachi Sensei, could I ask you about some of the techniques that your student Reiju Ume used against me when I had my mock duel with her? I'm quite curious about them.
Reiju Umi. The technique she used is called Dramatic Duelist.
I'll pump up the jam.
it is more about flair than actually hitting your opponent. It's supposed to intimidate. And during a duel, when one loses composure, they open themselves up to attack. So it is made for your opponent to drop their guard. And during that instant, the duel is won.
I must say it was quite effective. And you did mention that there was another type of duel that you proposed when I was to you know exhibit my swordsmanship. So what I'm trying to say is that out of character is that Bashar is asking. So let's see. We did one type of duel, but there was another type of duel that was proposed. So he's asking about the second one that he didn't choose.
There are actually many more types of duels. There's the Iijitsu duel to first strike or first blood. The Iijitsu duel to the death, which we had just witnessed. The sparring bout to
Incapacitation.
Incapacitate.
Thank you. Incapacitation. And the warrior's duel to defeat. And since you did not choose the sparring bout to incapacitation, you chose the one to first strike or to first blood.
It is definitely something to keep in mind in the future next time.
There are also other types of duels that aren't for warriors. Tarujiai is the duel of Shugenja. There is also many different games that are also considered duels, such as Go, Shogi.
Adani.
There are wrestling matches like sumo. There are boxing matches. All of these things exist here in Rokugan.
It seems to be something that I may have to see for myself one of these days.
Arl, you gonna make any conversation?
Huh? Well, I'm trying to think of how else to continue the conversation.
Well, I'm asking Crystal. Crystal's there too.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, the person that I most wanted to talk to is in the jailhouse.
Okay. Well.
Kind of missed your opportunity to make a exit, though.
Well, you can say I would have left and to go talk to her. You just didn't say it.
So, Ume returns with the court Shugenja. Toshio. Toshio has the sword in question. Toshio says, "So where's Rikyu? He went to go get sake for the ritual." He raised an eyebrow. They sit down.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Drunken Shugenja is not a concept people enjoy.
All right, Rikyu, you find...
I was about to ask to cut to Rikyu.
Yeah, Rikyu, you return with your sake. Everybody seems to be there already.
I'm glad we're all here. We should get on with this.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Yeah, you're just.
Did they bring in
right?
the other Shugenja to watch me?
Yes, Toshio's there.
Toshi, okay. Sorry, I don't remember all the names, and I know I wrote them down, and I don't remember where that file is of notes. So you're going to watch me, make sure I'm not cheating, not trying to influence the spirits. I am going to ask them questions to get them to answer, but I won't try to make them answer inappropriately, just with facts. But first, the ritual of the sake. Who is anyone going to aid me in this? I look pointedly at that person. Because I will take a bonus from an NPC. It doesn't matter. If we're summoning spirits, we're summoning spirits.
Toshio rolls his eyes. Get on with it.
All right, fine. I'll do it all myself. It'll just be more amazing when I do it.
I love
It's
the
only a two.
unbridled
one.
confidence.
Yeah, it would be even more unbridled if I still had my auto success, but
Which would mean you made exactly one and nothing else.
yeah, well, no, exactly however many needed for the success.
In this particular case, that's just one.
Yeah, well, anyway. First,
And no
I do
opportunities.
ritually put out the sake. I will put out the cup. I will drink it. I will spend a moment savoring it, because savoring sake and truly enjoying it is how I calm myself before I do things. And I make a whole ritual out of it. Whether this acknowledges a ritual by others is not a concern that I have. Once that is done, and my fatigue is reduced, or my strength is reduced to 0. It already was at 0, so it doesn't matter. I will then put away the sake and begin the appropriate ritual to commune with the spirits. To talk to the spirit of a sword, is that void? Earth? It's made from metal. I don't know. You decide.
Earth
Yeah, that's a
would be
good
good.
question.
Yeah, it's not void. Void would be like ghosts and stuff. You're talking to like elemental kami that are in the sword.
Right. I just
Sword-
want to double
I guess
check.
Earth is
Sword has
Whatever.
metal from the earth. It's made from fire.
Fire.
It has fire in it. It's cooled with water. It has water in it.
Well, my earth is a 3. My water is a 2. I'm going to go with earth.
It cuts through the air like it was air butter.
Air butter. So I'm going to use my butter of 4, and that's a ring that I have.
You don't know. That's why I wear the mask. The butter mask.
Butterface right there. Okay. So earth stance, not meditation. It'd be theology. There you go.
yes. Theology, Earth.
And let me see if I have any void to spend. Conflict mode? No, that's not where it is. Where is it? Oh, it is there. Okay. Now I have no void left. I'm spending my void. I had a void. Now I do not. Narrative mode. So many things on this character sheet. It's a pain. All right. Add 1 ring because I want to succeed. No one's helping me. Even though there's another Shigenja lady right there. Chris.
He's like,
Okay,
don't
so
bring
I'm
me
not-
to this.
I feel like I'm
I
on my own.
believe in you, Riku.
That's not helping.
He's giving
It's
moral
not.
support.
She's cheerleading.
I notice him staring at me pointedly. Sigh. And step up and meditate beside him.
Hey, that's my girl. Kind of like side whisper. Ever tell you you're really pretty when you're meditating?
Just concentrate.
I am. All right, so I can add a skill and a ring because I had the ring from the void. Not she didn't add the ring. I'm aware how it works, kind of. And I will make my roll.
It's a very successful roll.
It looks good to me. All right, so I'm going to keep the exploder with the strife. Let's see.
You only need one
3.
success.
I only need 1.
It's
Well, okay, so let me
opportunity,
ask
it'll give
you,
good stuff.
Corey, as the not dungeon master, game master, how this works. I only need 1 to summon it.
Right.
And then I want to ask it a bunch of questions. Is that successes or opportunities?
You get one question, and it's success, but you get, like, for every success you get to do a thing. Sense the kami, spiritual knowledge, which is lets you know a fact about the spirit, or an elemental gift, which means it can give you, like, earth, because you did earth.
Right.
But yeah, you only get one fact about the kami per roll. At the opportunity can allow you to reduce the TN for your next check to interact or appeal with the kami.
Or you can receive an additional boon per opportunity spent. You can only get each boon one time per roll.
All right, so I get a total of one question then.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to have to figure out how to word my question to
get the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I only need to keep one success. And I have successes without strife. So I will take that, and I will take 3 opportunities because they're free, and why not? So we'll start with my question. They brought me her sword. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be 100% sure.
And that's your question.
No. That's my question of the game master, not the question of the sword. Spirits of this sword, you were recently involved in a duel between Rin and Ayumi, and when Rin wielded you, it is my understanding there's a technique where you can be used to force an opponent's blade to go where you wish. Are you aware of this technique, and did Rin use it at that time when Ayumi's blade murdered someone?
That's 2 questions. Is it a plot? Is it a plan?
It's a 2-part question.
Two-part question. It's fine.
I can have follow-ups. Clarification.
I'll have you know, I've taken multiple exams where one question had like 5 parts. And I also thought it was bullshit.
Parts A, B, C, and D.
They will tell you, because they're kami and their answers are like bullshit a lot of the times. They will say that they were moved with purpose.
Is the other Shugenja watching? What's his name?
Yes.
Okay.
Toshio.
Okay. I repeat out loud for those that are not Shugenja. The spirits say that this blade was moved with appropriate purpose.
All right.
That which hints, but does not outright condemn. I'm being as honest as I can be.
All right. Jikai nods. He looks at Toshio. Toshio says, the spirits don't lie on this, but, sire, my lord, think of the implications of all of this. Your student is dead. Killed by your own retainer. Because you wish to keep this castle secure, you chose whoever you wanted to become part of our family. And now here we are, listening to this Ronin Shugenja talk about how this sword was used to kill your own student in poetry. The thing you gave up to come here to this castle. Jikai is unnerved. He snorts.
Hey, Corey. I apologize, but I did have three opportunities.
Yes.
I'd like to suddenly recall an important piece of information, not directly related to the task at hand, but at your discretion, I may establish a small preparatory action. Blah blah blah. Whatever. You get something. I get something useful. And then with the other, that's two of them. And then with the other one,
You use your Vulcan death pinch.
I use my Vulcan death pinch and immediately knock out. No, I'm just kidding. With the other one, I didn't have any strife to knock off, or I would. So we'll just see the other one just goes away. I just enjoyed the sake with the other one. Or I can make a 3-pointer to really get an important side use of information that didn't directly relate. But also, I'm really enjoying the sake, which I will now role play.
Useful information you get is you and the daimyo are supposed to go hunting today.
Oh, that's a good point.
He is really it looks like he really likes going hunting. And that might be up in the air of whether that's happening or not, but that could be pertinent to this conversation.
Is that today? Because I was told that
Yep.
we were only like 10 or 20 minutes after the death from the thing, and that the hunting was the next day.
No, it was the
Nope.
same day. The duel was on the same day.
Yep.
It was just later.
Oh, the duel was in the morning, like early ass in the morning. Okay, okay, cool.
Duels at dawn.
Pardon me while I pet my kitty like an evil supervillain.
And that was the only opportunity you had. Other opportunity you were spending?
No, I'll enjoy the sake. Nothing else on the list looked useful.
Okay. So he snorts. He says, "You three, what is it that you want?"
We are trying to help the village to prosper. It's... Well, I'm not seeing a clear path to that currently.
I was looking forward to a day of hunting with Daimyo, but unfortunate circumstances have occurred.
I too was looking forward to hunting. After an honorable duel, I didn't think I would be sitting here in front of you doing this. And here I am with a very sticky situation now. Now, I am forced to admit either that my samurai did something untowards against my own self, or we can forget any of this ever happened. Rin isn't talking.
Sorry.
So,
I am often affected by memory loss. It's the sake that I use in my rituals.
what do you want for this village?
The
They
village
are
serves
behind
you.
on taxes. They have protected criminals, and they have fled from my magistrate. So even there, it seems I cannot control the people in my own domain.
The village serves you. If we make them prosper, then you prosper. Control is a weird word. You don't have to appear to have control to have control. We make them prosper and you prosper.
My lord, are you really going to let these Ronin go run your village for you?
I'm only a Ronin if you don't accept my blade as yours. And I put my blade in the ground before me and hold it. And I kneel on one knee.
Huh.
And anyone that's like really into blades, that's a crap thing to do to a blade, but I'm a Shugendra, not a samurai. I don't care what my blade looks like. I rarely put the pointy end into anything.
Hey, maybe if it's all ground up, it'll hurt more.
There's a theory. I like it. Oh, you're going to get an infection from this rusty blade.
Make a roll on this.
Courtesy?
I'll allow a lot of things. Government, culture, courtesy, performance. Any of those
I
types
hope I
of
have
things.
one of those. Let me have a look.
Government, culture, courtesy.
I have 2
performance.
courtesy. I don't even remember picking that, but it's on the sheet, so it's there. I'm going to go with that.
It's important skill to have.
I have one.
Yeah, especially when you're in a lower station.
I'm looking right now to protect the people of the town by offering my sword. Is that Earth to protect?
Yeah, it's reason. Yeah, that'll work. Or enlighten for void if you want to use void. I'll allow earth or void.
All right, I'll go with Earth. They're the same, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so courtesy Earth. I have no void and no one helping, so courtesy Earth is all I got. Let's go with that.
Okay, get a void because I'm not going to tell you the TN. Just not.
Add a void real quick.
Give yourself a void. Give yourself a void point.
Get a void. Oh, yeah, neat. I could use one of those because I had none. All right, I will keep my 2 strifey. Well, I'll keep all 3 strife exploders and I'll explode them. So that's 2 blacks and a white, and let's see what happens with that. And I got another set. So I got 4. I got TN4.
All right, that's pretty good. And you're using earth.
I am.
That's
No, I have
exactly
my
what you
3
need.
Ooh. Congratulations, Howard.
All right.
And will you be keeping the opportunity?
No, because it has strife on it, and I just got 3 strife. I'm good.
Reasonable.
Well done.
Yeah. Jikai will say, "Very well. I will accept your blade and your oath. We will make it official tonight at court. You will come and swear to me again. And I will make you part
As you
of the
wish.
Reiju family. After that, I will put you in charge of the village. And if you do not get me my results, I will have you executed."
Okay.
He's mad. He's like upset at this
I
entire
heard.
situation.
Phew. Still seems a bit strong.
Yeah, Daihachi kind of. It's like, sir.
About
Very
morale,
well.
sir.
I spoke a little out of turn. Forgive me. You will get the village under control. We'll leave it at that. I apologize. This conversation has got me out of sorts a bit.
Oh, Sealy, I think he just unmasked.
Yeah. I got
May
too much
have.
strife. I had to unmask. Makes sense.
Yeah, lots of shit just happened.
And like it's pressing on him too. Like you can tell what after Shinako gave me the whole spiel about who Reiju Jikai actually is, it made my character see him more as like a sympathetic person. I even wrote as a note on my character sheet. You start seeing him more as a sympathetic figure that you could be more direct with.
Note
And,
to self, you don't necessarily want to murder this guy as much as you used to.
Yeah, exactly. Until I got all Rage Hall filled by the ghost.
Oof, yeah.
I mean,
That's
at the
what
very
led us
least,
down
we're
this
making
road.
some progress.
We're working stuff out. What we really need is a therapist to go just sit some time on the couch with each episode.
Yeah.
Talk some strife out.
Okay.
All around, really, yeah. I agree.
With that, he says, I think we've come to an accord here. We've figured out the situation. Rin will still be with us. She will be demoted. No one will talk.
I think you should know that Ayumi would like another duel with Rin for her own honor, based on what has occurred. I'm just saying that that's something you should be aware of.
He straightens up and he says, that is 100% out of the question. You, Ayumi, Marl, Bashar, all of you will not speak of this technique or anything that indicates that my retainer killed my student. In return, Ayumi will be freed. You will become my retainer, and you will be able to oversee the village.
As you wish.
Yes, Reiju Dono.
I got what I want. I'm totally okay with this. I just wanted to put it out there.
Yes, but if there's another duel, then there'll be questions on why there's another duel, and then all of a sudden comes out again.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have the shame, like, continually pile on. He has to find a way out of it.
On the upside, if Ayumi does, sneak around and go kill Daimyo, I'm then free again.
Okay.
And he seems like an okay guy to me.
So, the meeting is concluded. Everyone can go get a Yumi.
That would be my next step. Would be go to a Yumi.
Ume will come there to back you up on what you say on the daimyo. Ume's been a good friend to you guys.
Yeah, she has, actually.
She's a nice lady.
So you go to the jail cell and you go get Ayumi. Sugamasa and Genzo are having a argument over the village and whether it was a good idea to do what they did. Now there's this entire thing's blown out of proportion. Genzo's he's arguing that the things that they did were all counterproductive, and Sugamasa is saying that order must be maintained, and he's out of line. And Genzo says that he's not Sugamasa's lord, that the Taisa commands him, that the daimyo commands him, and unless they say so, they give him over to him. He cannot pull that rank on him. He gets to speak his mind.
I love it.
He's been with Rin too long. This is bullshit. But you guys come on down. They kind of quiet down as you come down to show a solid, unified front of Reiju. We are the Reiju family. That sort of thing. Okay. Setsuo and Ayumi are still in the jail cells, and you guys have arrived. Boom.
Ayumi, you're free now, and I look at her jailers. Go ahead and let her out.
Sugamasa looks over at Ume. Ume nods. He looks over at Genzo. Genzo grabs the key, opens up the door.
I look at Genzo and I bow and I go, it seems that Reiju Genzo, I had you pegged wrong. You seem like an honorable individual. I put my hand. I put my hand out
gives you a
toward him.
stank face.
I put my hand out toward him and purposefully miss his shoulder to accentuate the fact that I have a head wound and make it even more like. And then I walk over toward my friends. Oh, so good to see you. I'm so glad that I'll finally be able to make sure that my head has been taken care of.
Hey, at the very least, we're making sure it stays attached to your neck. Well, let's go get you to someone who can heal the rest of it.
Good day. I turn and bow, and then I look at Setsuo, and I mouth to him, "I'll be back."
I didn't catch that.
Oh, I said, "I'll be back for you."
Oh.
But I was mouthing, "I'll be back for you."
As a spectator, I honestly couldn't make it out. That's why I need you to repeat it. Because the audience at home, of which we have
make sure
like
that they know.
20 to 30 views on average.
I'll be back for you. I mouth out the words, "I'll be back for you," and then I go follow around with my friends. So, what happened?
I
Nothing.
actually
We're good to go.
would like to have a quick chat with Sugamasa. Probably just real short.
Oh, certainly. I'll just be over here then.
Yeah, I'll hang out with you. I walk off with the Yumi.
Yes, take care.
Of course.
Well, Bashar will act as Marl's escort then.
Okay. Sugamasa-san.
I can't hear you, Crystal.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. In regards to, when the villagers went into the woods, you were unable to follow them.
Yes.
Is there some particular reason why, like, anything to do with something in the woods, or...
You got a keen mind, yes. They're bandits.
Ah,
They strike from the trees. We don't know where they come from. But they made sure that the peasants could escape.
I see. Well, I suppose my friends and I were just lucky not to encounter them then.
Okay. So as you guys, I guess, as you're walking down the hallway back towards where y'all headed, probably back to your rooms, or
Yeah, I'm going back to my room, definitely. Want to
I'm
make sure that my
escorting her.
things haven't been touched or looked at.
I will escort her there.
Yeah, she's very
As
worried
you-
about her stuff.
as you are escorting Ayumi back to her room, you are passing the main gate to the castle from the inside, and in walks in a monk. A monk
Nietzsche?
that
Our
Ricky,
monk?
huh?
Our monk?
Not Michi.
A monk.
Oh, just a random
me.
monk.
This monk has a scarred face. And Rikyu knows it's a ritual scar, one he's very familiar with, and he knows this monk from his old dojo. This is Kumamaru.
I'm going to write that down.
Well, you didn't name any of your guys, so I just gave them a
I
name.
didn't.
Do you remember what the monastery we called your monastery?
Did we call it something?
Yes.
Nope, I don't remember.
I'll
Is
have
it
to
my
look it back
stuff?
up.
Do I need to look at my character?
I don't know if I wrote it down in your character sheet, but I put it in one of the earlier episodes.
I honestly don't know. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
It's okay. I didn't
I'm a
write down.
bad player. I should know my own stuff.
I should have the note too. It's somewhere in my notes. I have to find it. But this revelation that you see one of your old masters from your monastery, he looks right at you and gives a crooked, scarred smile.
I'm wearing a mask.
That is true. And you've been doing a lot of stuff around here under your name, Rikyu.
I'm sure at this point he might have been able to tie Rikyu not leopard. What is this thing? Hyena. This random creature mask. Hyena mask. I have no idea why I said leopard. Saki. I'm assuming it's Saki. Sake? Soki? How do you say it?
He smiles. He bows. And he says,
I'm going to gain a
it's
strife.
it's so wonderful to see a familiar face. And that's where we're going to end the game.
Oh!
I had so many questions. I was about to ask.
It's 2
You
hours.
have
I don't want to go past
questions.
2 hours tonight.
Alright. I will gain one more strife, because what the heck?
Let's put a smile on that face.
Also, I want to look up all of the stuff that I wrote down about your old monastery. I was kind of
that's
planning
fine
this. There's a reason he's here, and it's not.
It's an interesting cliffhanger
Yes.
ending.
It's an interesting cliffhanger.
Oh, I'm down for it.
Guys,
I'm
if you
down for
watched this all the way through, you obviously liked it, so hit the like button. Subscribe for more. Hit the bell so you know when we're going to do this next. Is that
Next-
2 XP for
next
everybody?
Okay.
2
take
XP. Everybody's getting some honor and glory. We're going to do it off camera, though. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye!
We got 2